Hello everybody, Smyrna Cowboy here. I'm going to do a walk around of Gand-ALF the White, but first I wanted to do a walk around of Boomer. Boomer. Hello boy. Hello boy. He's just chilling on this cool morning this morning. Today is October the 2nd, 2014, and I'm going to do a walk around of Gand-ALF the White here. This is a 2012 Suzuki Burgman 650 executive model scooter. As you see, the modulators in the front there. And on top of here, you see this little black thing. Well, that's a mount for a camera, so I can get a ground level view when I ride sometimes, if I feel like in groups or whatever. It has dual rotors on the front, and it has ABS brakes on the scoot. I'll go around here. This is the cockpit here. We'll do a detailed explanation and walk around the cockpit here momentarily with all the cubby holes and glove box and all that stuff. We'll do that here in a moment. And I've got these Atv Settle Bags here just to grab stuff and you know, just quick stuff that I need right away or whatever. And then I have the GV-E21 side bags. These were the same ones that was in the fender smasher. I'm going to get some new ones for Christmas. And these racks I got off eBay. I think it was $159 with shipping and everything, but they're coming from Bosnia or Austria or somewhere. But they're sufficient enough for my needs. And of course you see Sergeant Alf. Then we have a tool bag here from my grab stuff also, and a backrest that I made from a Isuzu Rodeo headrest. That's a lot better for me than this butt stop here because it was just pushing me too far forward and I was hurting the small of my back, so I made that for Alf and just switched it over to Gand-ALF. The 2012 and the 2004, all this stuff that I have on here was switched over from Alf. So I switched those over and everything. So let's see here, what's next? Let's do the see the ABS brakes there, little spindle there is a 5-position adjustable rear shocks. As you can see, the lighted license plate frame and all the brake lights and stuff here. I'll do a detailed one on that one. And here I have a camera for a rear view for group rides or whatever. You know, I have that option for another camera angle. On this bolt, you see this pointer that I'm using. It's just an old CB radio antenna, and this screws right into that bolt. This has no purpose at all except for to hide the bolt. So let's go around on the other side here. It has chrome, plastic chrome heat guard and the tailpiece there. And here's the other GV case. And here is my custom seat that I got from BourbonSeats.com. Kerry Vincent designed this for me. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, I really need to take a white Sharpie or something and color in the embroidering, but it says The Smyrna Cowboy. And he can do that for you also if you want to get a seat from BourbonSeats.com. And if you come around here, you'll see the other side of the scoop. I took some black door frame for cars and trucks that goes on the door edging, and I put it all around the white there. I give it a good white outline. I'm thinking about putting chrome on there like I did Alf, just to see how that would work out. But I think the black looks good. It matches the black everywhere else. So that's the preliminary walk around. So let's get to the good stuff, what it's got and what it can do. Okay, let's look around on the cockpit here, and I'll show you what I have. I have on the mirrors a Hercules blind spot mirrors on both sides. And I took some LED strips I got from Walmart to put on the edge there for the blinkers. You'll see those in a moment. Well, let's just do it now. How about it? You want to? Let's do it. They're pretty they're pretty bright during the day, but they're bright as the sun at night. So they're really bright on there. I got those at Walmart. I think it was like $14.95 or something like that. I forget now what it was. And I have the Kuryakyn grips. I didn't like the stock grips because they were just too small and narrow. So I got Kuryakyn grips like I had on ALF. And the brake lever on both sides, they also adjust. So if you want to push them in further or put them out further, you can do that. It also has power mirrors. On the bike there. And also, with this clear view on the executive model, it has a power windscreen. I guess the mirrors are good for filtering and stuff, or parking in tight places, but the bags are just as wide as the mirrors are, so they're fairly much useless, but I can use them in the garage in case my wife wants to get into the storage cabinet where we have all the canned goods and all that stuff. This is a Delphi Wi-Fi, one of the first XM radios that were produced by XM. I've got one of those, and I found a bracket for it. I transferred this from ALF. Has a up and down mode if you want to shift the gears manually, but there are no gears. It's a CVT transmission, so it's just a gear ratio range. And this is the power button. Now what that does, it boosts up the RPM about 500 to 750 RPM. So when you hit that power button, you got a boost there, and then you can hit the throttle and be gone if any dangerous situations arise on that. And this is the dash. It has time, ambient temperature, trip gauge, all that good stuff on there. And I have a aqua box for my phone and a RAM mount system. This is a lockable wing nut that you can lock. You lock it and it'll spin, so you can't try to pull it off to steal it. And you can change that out for a GPS or whatever. And under here is a volume booster. So what that does, I have the line out from the XM going to the volume booster, and that connects to my helmet speakers, which are in the Q2 Skygear Rider. So I use that for my XM radio and communications. So this is my Burgman cup holder. I got the bracket from BurgmanSeats.com, and so I put a fishing boat cup holder here to store my coffee, so I can drink and ride. When I'm at a stop sign, I was putting my modular helmet up and take a sip of coffee and be on the road. Also got a Motorcycle Larry's brake reservoir cover for a RAM mount. If I want to put something else here, like another camera angle coming out this way, or a GPS or whatever, I can put on there. And this thing is a stylus. So when I'm at a stoplight or something, I can use the stylus on the smartphone or the GPS or whatever. That can be used as that. And that's the other Kuryakyn grip with the throttle boss on the end of it. So I can lay my heel of my palm there to give it my wrist a break, as you say. So now let's look at the cubby holes. You got one here, and a lockable glove box, which has a 12-volt accessory plug that's there. And Suzuki made a security system, which is great. You can turn the wheels to the left, go ahead and lock it like you do a regular motorcycle, but it also has a shutter. Now the keys on the back of a Suzuki Burgman has this little doohickey on the end. I know that's scientific, isn't it? But what that does, that puts a shutter in front of the key so it can't be tampered with. So I think that's a real good security system for the bike. and you just turn it on like that, basically. So this is the front edge of that. Oh, and that is a Replay XD I use for my JIC camera. I swapped that out with the Tachyon, so I have a camera running all the time. When I hit the starter button, the camera's always running, just in case. And if nothing happens, then you just erase the card and charge the camera back up, and then you're back on the road again. So this is the view of the cockpit of the Burgman 2012 Burgman Executive 650. So let's look under the seat and see what we got. Let's take a look under the seat. We'll open it up here, and as you can see, it has room for 2 full face helmets underneath there. So it's a massive amount of storage that's underneath the seat. I've gotten 10 2-liter Cokes underneath there, several bags of groceries. I can pretty much tote anything except for lumber. I have a little bit of trouble with lumber, as you could probably guess. But it has massive storage under the seat. So let's look back here at the lights. I may have to do this when it's dark. Hopefully you can see it. Now you see the license plate frame, the regular lights, the lighting bar, and the top bar on the top box. So when the lights go on, that's what you see. Of course, being as bright as it is, I don't know if I'll be able to see it on camera or not, but hopefully that'll get somebody's attention behind me. That's one of my biggest fears riding a bike, is getting a 6,000 pound animal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. If you stayed this long for the walk around, I really appreciate it. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you want to go on a test drive one. The 2013 and 2014 Burgmans have been completely redesigned. But I got this dirt cheap last February in Indianapolis. They usually list for 10 grand, and I got it for 62. This was a leftover model, had 2 miles on it. Two miles on it. And I got it a great deal, so I couldn't pass it up. So this is it, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you stayed around with me for the end of this, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And if you didn't, well, you won't see this part anyway. So this is a Smyrna Cowboy here at the Hacienda in Smyrna, Tennessee, wishing you and yours a good day. And until next time, adios.